Greetings, slackers. Today is January 28th, 2016, and here's an article over on RT I thought was kind of funny and, one of those funny but true type of things. Pornhub and chill. Website snowed under with traffic during Storm Jonas. And it talks about here, as Storm Jonas covered America's East Coast in a blanket of snow, many were stuck indoors, but it's not hard to see how people passed the time, given the latest figures from major North American porn site. New data from Pornhub.com shows an increase in traffic to its site over the weekend of Friday, January 22nd to Sunday, January 24th, with the greatest swell along the East Coast coming from Washington, D.C. With nowhere to go and plenty of time on their hands, probably something else in their hands, people chose to put their hands to good use and headed to Pornhub, much more than usual, a statement from the site reads. And there's a little chart there, percentage of change in traffic during the storm. And a lot of you folks in Washington, D.C. love your porn, is what it shows. The highest usage was recorded among those living in the country's center of power, Washington, D.C., which saw an average increase of 23% over the 3 storm days. It seems the people of D.C. found they had free time for porn in their early hours of Sunday morning, with an increase of nearly 90% in traffic to the site between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. There was a later increase of 65% at around 1 p.m., which was repeated at 10 p.m. And there's another chart there from Twitter. Boston's greatest average increase in site visits was on Saturday with a boost of 8%. But the biggest single gain came at 10 p.m. on Sunday, with traffic growing by 1/3 compared to an average Sunday at that time. In neighboring New York, Saturday traffic jumped 9%, while the biggest traffic increase came at 10 p.m. on Sunday, when there was an increase of nearly 35%. For the people of Philadelphia, Sunday was the day most people sought relief from the cold, with an increase of 14% in traffic. In Philly, it was a case of either early risers or night owls causing the city's spike in activity on Pornhub, with an increase of nearly 50% between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. on Friday. The surge in Pornhub's traffic comes only 2 months after the site witnessed a drop in visitors when the highly anticipated video game Fallout 4 was released. There was a 10% drop in numbers to the site on November 10th, 2015, the day the game was released. And there's another chart there. And that's the end of it. Let's take a look at this chart here, because it shows Pornhub's traffic change among gamers after Fallout 4 release. And you see a peak there, a trough, followed by another uptick, followed by another trough, and then another spike. So it's obvious they know your guys' routine and your pattern, and especially today, now that you're using these sites and these apps to deliver this type of content, whereas years before, what did you do? You either skinflixed it on Skinamax, or you went down to the porn shop, where, people really didn't say too much. They were kind of off in their own world looking at videotapes and whatnot. But that was some back in the day stuff. Now, they have the ability to gather all this data. I'm pretty sure they can break it down even further to see what was, some of the favorites in, people's viewing activities. What were they looking at? But anyways, this is all the data and stuff you leave on the hook as you use these services. But it also shows that when there's nothing else to do, what do people do? They have time on their hands. They fill it with some porn activity. Pretty interesting, insightful. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. That's going to do it for this article. I'll catch you in the next one. September Man, out.